Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Rangers review special. As you are all aware, we'll be heading out to the ORSA Convention in Bangkok next week. It's run by Angus MacAlister, who joins us on the line, and the great guys at the Bangkok Bears. Angus, thank you very much for coming on.
No, thank you very much for having me, Derek. It's a pleasure to be on the show.
Yeah, it's. I cannot wait to head out myself, Angus. Thanks very much for the invitation to come out and host some of the events out there. I'm really looking forward to it. In terms of you guys at the Bangkok Bears, can you give us a little bit of a background about, firstly, you, Angus, how you headed out there and the group itself, how it was formed?
Yeah, so my story, I obviously born and brought up in Scotland, lived in Australia for many years before a short sojourn in Singapore, and came to Bangkok in 2019, and the club was in the process of forming at that point. So we've got a great president in Bangkok in the form of Scotty Murphy, and Scotty had set up a club through a local bar called the Sportsman in Soy 13, and we've gathered there from humble beginnings, really, I guess, 5-6 people showing up at ungodly hours to watch Rangers playing against all kinds of crazy teams, and we've kind of grown and grown since then. And regularly we'll get at least 20-30 people rocking along for games, given the timing's okay. And for old firm games, we'll get up to 60-70 people coming along. So it's grown exponentially. It's great.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, ORSA then, Angus, this is the first time that you guys have hosted this great event, and it's the first time in a number of years, isn't it? I think COVID hampered it for a period of time. But how excited are you at hosting this event?
Yeah. Oh, look, we're super excited. Bangkok's going to put on one hell of a show. So, yeah, I mean, ORSA's been around as the kind of representative fan body for Rangers in our region, in the Oceania region. So covering Asia, covering Australia, New Zealand. We've been in existence since 2002. So Rangers actually originally asked us to create ORSA, so that there was a single voice of truth, if you like, for the fan base in this region. And so we've been operating and holding annual gatherings, I guess, since 2002. You're right. There was a break, obviously, for the COVID period. So I think it was 2020 we broke then. So for 2 years there was no convention, and we decided that the last convention, which was in Melbourne, that the next host was actually going to be Hong Kong. So Bangkok wasn't originally the location for the next ORSA. It was originally Hong Kong, but their COVID restrictions just seemed to run on and on and on. So eventually in November last year, so a really late call, the guys over in Hong Kong had to say, guys, we just can't host this. We don't know if you're going to get in the country. We don't know what the state of play is. Could someone else host it? So we kind of stuck up our hands, I guess, not really knowing what we were letting ourselves in for, and took on the challenge. And here we are, kind of 5-6 months later. We've got an event which is, 3/4 sold out. We've got all kinds of activities happening. We've got some brilliant players coming along, and a really special 3-4 days for the Rangers family to enjoy. So it's been an interesting journey.
Yeah, you're quite right in terms of some of the names that are coming along. Some special players, Angus, that are heading along. Some proper bona fide Rangers legends. Can you give us a little bit of insight into what people can expect when they come along?
Sure, love to. So I guess as far as legends go, when you talk about Rangers Football Club, they don't come much bigger than Barcelona Bears. So so we're absolutely ecstatic to have both Colin Steen and Dave Smith come in and join us. Bud Johnson was scheduled to come as well, but unfortunately he's had to pull out through being unable to travel. So, but Colin and Dave will no doubt regale us with some stories from 50 years ago, Barcelona, 72, all that good stuff. We've got the legend that is Stuart Munro, one of my all-time favourite players when watching back in my heyday. So Stuart's joining us. He's flying in from Australia. We've got ex-captains also. Craig Moore is going to join us. So Big Oz will be here, and flying in all the way from Italy is none other than Lorenzo Amoruso. So Big Amo will have a few words to tell us as well, I've no doubt. So no, it's going to be fantastic, and that's just the people who are live. Derek.
Yeah.
So we've got it's amazing, the Rangers family, and once you start spreading the news that we've got gatherings happening, everybody's really happy to take, to give their time and to get involved. So we're absolutely delighted that we've got, James Bisgrove and Stuart Robertson doing a virtual handover, virtually, obviously, from Glasgow, but they'll both be telling us about what it's like to sit in the hot chair. We've got, Pedro Mendes, who's going to be calling in from a beach somewhere in Europe. We've got Chris Boyd, who's going to join us. We've got Arthur Newman, Kenny Miller, Ian Durant, Kevin Thompson. All those guys have all given up their time to basically come on, and they'll be doing kind of 15, 20-minute virtual Q&As to tell us, what it was like playing for Rangers and their favourite goals, their favourite matches, that kind of stuff. So
yeah, it's going to be really exciting. Really looking forward to having a chat with some of those guys. Angus, some of the events that are breathtaking. I was having a look at the program recently. You mentioned that a lot of them are sold out. Of course, there's still tickets available though for the Gala Ball and dinner. So be quick, folks. They're fast running out. But in terms of some of the events that are taking place, what can people expect?
So, we've got a pretty packed schedule, but it all kicks off on July the 5th, where Stuart Munro's actually heading up a tour group who are going down to the bridge over the River Kwai and Hellfire Pass, which is the kind of scene of the Japanese-Burma Railway during World War II. So many thousands of graves down there, unfortunately, from Allied soldiers who were captured by the Japanese and forced into building that thing down there. So there's a whole bus of folks going down there and paying respects, and that's a full day tour down in Kanchanaburi. On the Thursday, we've got simultaneous things happening. We've got a golf day, so we've got 3 buses actually going out to play golf in Bang Sai, which is a truly beautiful course here in Thailand. So lots of folks going and playing golf. We've got another event on which actually still has tickets, which is a lifestyle day being hosted by one of our friends and sponsors, The Standard, here in Bangkok, and they are part of the Mahanikon building, which is actually the tallest building in Thailand. In fact, I think it's the tallest building in Southeast Asia. And at the very, very top there, they've got a glass walk, which if you're brave enough, you kind of walk over and experience Bangkok from a high. So there's a special luncheon being put on by Steve McEwen, who's part of our committee, and there'll be a couple of Rangers legends there. Special lunch, some cocktails, quite an intimate kind of affair, and then as I say, a trip to the top of the Mahanikon. So that's going on at the same time as the golf event. At night time, we've got a welcome evening in the Sportsman. So we'll have hopefully yourself there doing a couple of Q&As. We'll have the awarding of prizes out for the golf, where we'll introduce everybody and just articulate all the key things that people need to remember when they're in Bangkok and the kind of timings of each of the different events. So and that's an unticketed event. So anybody that's around in Bangkok, if you're here visiting, just pop along and come in and join us. So yeah, a busy day on the Thursday. The Friday, we've got our AGM for ORSA in the morning, and that's followed by a boat trip up Chapraya River. So up the River of Kings, past the King's Palace, past a number of very famous wats and other famous landmarks in Thailand, and we're making sure it's a proper 3-hour cultural tour. So all of the associated clubs in ORSA are bringing their flags, and Cy Leslie is actually joining us, and he's going to be doing the DJing. So no doubt there'll be a few interesting tunes being played there. And it's a free bar, so what could go wrong? Wow. And there's Thai food and all that kind of stuff. So busy afternoon, and then the next day is really the highlight, which is the Gala Ball on Saturday the 8th, and we've created a slightly different format for this year, because we've created a fan zone kind of Rangers experience at the front end of the ball. So between 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock, we've got some Thai cultural dancers coming along to perform. We've got a number of Q&As organised. We've got various kind of arcade games and football-related games happening at the same time. And again, that's all a free bar. And then we'll go into the hall itself in the Ambassador, the Sathacon, which of course will be made up in red, white, and blue, as you would expect. And
fantastic.
And we'll then have a proper full-on dinner. James and Stuart will be speaking to us then, and each of the players who've attended, they'll be on stage and telling us a little bit about their time with the Rangers. So yeah, a very busy day, I guess, on the Saturday, concluding maybe about 11 o'clock. And we've actually arranged with Hooters Asia. I don't know if you've heard of Hooters before, but they've come to the party.
Don't worry about that.
Well, they've come to the party and they've agreed they're going to host the after party for those who just haven't had their fill during the course of the day. So God knows what it's going to be like at night time. But anyway, Hooters have part sponsored us also for the evening entertainment. So
yeah,
be a great day. And then on the Sunday we have a farewell. It's a casual day. People drop into the Sportsman and say goodbye and look forward to meeting friends again next year. So
yeah. Absolutely sensational stuff. And as you mentioned, there is still some tickets available for that Gala Ball dinner. What I'll do, folks, is I'll put the link in the description box. So if you click on that, it should take you through to go and buy tickets if you are wanting to head along. There was a raffle carried out as well. Congratulations to Scott Semple, who won the main raffle prize, an all expenses paid trip to the event. And flights and everything at the hotel stay also. So a fantastic prize won by Scott. But there is still tickets available. I'm led to believe, Angus, for we've got a signed Brian Laudrup boot and Old Firm tickets. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So there's 3 separate prizes. The first prize we had to draw early because otherwise poor Scott up in Hong Kong would never have got his bags packed in time to be here. So we literally announced that winner. We put it on social media this morning. So Stuart Monroe announced the winner this morning. So that was great. Congratulations to Scott, and looking forward to meeting you down here, champion. Yeah. So yeah, the other 2 events we don't draw until midday on Saturday. So there are still tickets available. So please get on and buy some tickets, and fingers crossed you win a Brian Laudrup boot, or those tickets for the Old Firm game.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I'll do, folks, is I'll stick the link into that raffle as well. So if you click on that, you can go and buy your tickets. We will be there, of course. I'm flying out on Monday. Cannot wait to head out there. There'll be lots of content coming your way, folks, as well on the Rangers Review site. I'll hopefully be doing some lives out there from some of the events. So you just keep your eyes peeled on all our social media channels for that. Angus, it's been great having you on. Thank you very much for giving us an insight into the event next week. Cannot wait to come out there.
No, cannot wait to see you, Derek. And all the best to Johnny and the rest of the guys. Great show. Keep it up.
Yeah, thank you.